got your palette. Now what do? It looks like this. Then you get the tins, you slide them open. This is the contour color. So I like to put mine in order that I use. So I'm going to put my contour color in first. Then always the names are on the back. So if you need to check which one's what, the names are on the back. So that is my main foundation color. And then my brightening highlight. So I'll put it in next. One thing, you can use the tin lids to take out the tints if you need to. And then that is my lip and then my illuminator. So I like to put my creams on the top part, and then in the bottom is my powders, and I have the brush cleaning tool. So I'm going to now get started putting the makeup on. I'm going to show you the easiest possible way to do it, and that is by applying it with your fingers. So right now I'm putting my contour on. As you can see, it takes just a few dots of each product. A little bit goes a long way. I'm going to put my contour along the cheek, just under the cheekbone, then along the jawline. And again, just a little bit goes a very long way. So I am going to apply that there. Then I'm going to come in and do just under the lip. It really helps make your lip look super full. And then I also like to highlight or contour down my nose, which makes your nose look a little bit more slimming. So doing that. Then I just kind of wipe it off, and I'll start next with actually my lighter color, and I'll do that there along the T-zone, along the nose, then go down to the Cupid's bow, and I also like to do a little bit on the chin, and then I'll go up near the eye, just kind of sweeping back there, and then in the corners of each eye. I don't do right under the eye because I don't want to basically highlight that area where I do have some wrinkles. I also, this is just personal preference, like to use my lighter highlight color for a primer of my eyeshadows because I do have a little bit of lid discoloration, and this helps just keep that corrected and is very good. So I'm going to just change fingers a little bit and go in with my main foundation, basically everywhere you don't already have something. So you're going to avoid the contour area where you've done your brightening, and then you're going to leave a little space also for where you're going to use your cheek color. So just kind of filling in those spots with my main foundation color or main highlight. And then after that, we'll go into our cheek color. But as you can see, we're just kind of filling in just very minimal amounts. I even do like to use a little bit under my neck, just below the contour line under the neck, and then I'll blend all that in. So again, going to go in with the cheek color, and just right above that contour line, very little amount, and look how just beautiful that is. That color is plum. All right, so now I'm going to blend. This is the 3D brush, and I'm going to use the bigger side. I like to try to blend from the lighter colors then to the darker colors. So the very last thing I'm going to do is the cheek color. So I'm just going in, blending that main foundation color, and going to be blending in that brightening color. So I'm using that bigger end. All our brushes are double-sided. So around the eye, I'm going to flip to that smaller side and just kind of blending in. And you can see I'm not really rubbing. It's more of a pressing, stippling motion. You're not really rubbing that stuff in. So switching again back to the bigger side of the brush and blending everything together and up. So here I'm looking into my mirror. It's hard to do your makeup in a small phone, so when you see me looking away, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to blend down on my neck. One thing I like to always say is blend up on your face and then down on your neck. So I'm just mixing in that main highlight color and that contour color, blending that in, making sure I don't have any distinct lines. And then last but not least, that contour and that beautiful cheek color. Going to just kind of blend it together, and it is so pretty. And doing the other side because we want both sides of our face to be matching. So you could use your contour color and your lip and cheek for your eyes. If you went with, say, like the 4 palette, if all you got was your 4 colors, you could continue from here and use that. I do have some eyeshadows, so I am going to go next into that eyeshadow color. But first, I'm going to make sure everything is blended out. Everything looks pretty good. Blending, making sure I'm blending out that contour on my nose. So I'm going to go in now and do my lip color. I'm using the same color I had on my cheeks. Again, this is Plum. It's a very, very nice color. Very versatile for a lot of skin tones. So it looks very nice on. Now I'm using my eyeshadow brush. Again, all of our brushes are double-sided, and I have just the 3 colors, which are Chai, Oak, and Drift. And what you see me using there is the brush cleaning palette. So make sure to clean my brush off. I really use that quite a lot for eyeshadow. So I'm going in with the bigger, fluffier side of the brush, and I'm going to put Chai just kind of all over the lid. Above the crease there, not quite to the eyebrow bone, but really, really close. Just going to put that all over my lid as just an all-over color. You could leave it at that if you just wanted to get one color. You can leave it there, or I like to do the 3-color look. So I'm switching now to my smaller end. I'm going to go in with that darker color, which is Oak, and just kind of make a little triangle there on the outer crease that's just above the crease, and then I'm just going to kind of pull that down in the corner. And I even like to drag it under kind of as a liner, just a little bit on the bottom lash area. And then I'm going to flip back over to the bigger side of the brush and blend that out. It's really important to do a lot of blending on the eyeshadow. And having that cream base helps it blend quite a bit better. So there, you've, again, just going to clean that brush off, go into, I like to call this my sparkly color, it's Drift, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner. So just putting it on the inner corner along the lower lid, corner of the eye, and I even like to put it a little bit on the top part of the brow. So I'm just going to get that in there, and as you can see, a little bit sparkly. You can see the difference now between both of the eyes. I did have a little bit of a contour, not quite blended, so I wanted to make sure and get that done. So you can just kind of see the difference there between both eyes. One is the Chai only, and the other has all 3 colors. So again, I'm just going to go in there and do that little outer corner, that little outer triangle there, going up and over, and then blending it. Just really blending that out. So there's no harsh lines between colors, going back in that lower lash. So versatile. I don't have a separate eyeliner, anything like that. So there's that. And then if you want to go in with your sparkly, again, that Drift is what I'll go into. Just wanting to make sure everything matches good. Had a little bit of extra there, so I just went in with my brush that, you know, may or may not have some remaining product on it. So you notice that I went from that very dark oak color, did that brush cleaning tile, and now going in with a very light Drift color, and there's no transfer of colors. It's very handy to have. So just kind of filling in just a little bit of sparkle right there on the arch of the brow. And calling it good. Another thing, so I'm going to switch brushes now to the line brush. This is my absolute favorite brush. It's just because it's just so versatile. You can use it for liner, lip liner, eyeliner, everything. I use it for my brows. Again, what you saw there is I'm dipping back into that dark shadow that I used, which is Oak. And I'm just filling my eyebrows in. So I don't have a separate brow pencil, a separate eyeliner, a separate this, a separate that. Everything truly is in one compact. And if you have the proper tools, which are the brushes, you can use this very versatilely. And you can see the difference here between the eye that has been filled in and the one that hasn't. This stays really well. I've had no issues whatsoever. I think it's because the rest of the makeup is cream, so this kind of helps it really grip. This powder, it's perfect. There's also, if you ever do have any issues, there is a brow wax that can be used as well. I haven't had the need to use it. And that's it. Except for I'm going to go back in and just do a little bit of illuminator. I like to do the tip of my nose, just kind of right down there. And you can see that instant brightness it adds. Cupid's bow, very pretty right there. Do a little bit in the corner of the eyes, just to add a little bit of brightness. Just those areas that the light would naturally hit and that you kind of want to highlight, kind of want to draw the eye to. Just along the very top of the cheekbone there. I go back in and just add a little pop on the arch there. And then I also like to put it on the center part of my lip, just to add almost a little gloss look just right there in the center. And that's it, guys. That's all there is to it.